Hey, Facebook.
Hello, Facebook. It's Angie and
Hey,
Renee.
YouTube. We are here. We are here.
Yes, we are.
And we are excited. We are excited.
Yes, we have.
So,
Um, and I'm gonna stop fooling with my phone. But yes, we have a good show tonight.
yes, we do. Tonight is thumbs up, thumbs down. We want to see what you have to say.
Yes. We've been missing the action for a minute. So we're back. We're back.
Yay.
We are back. Thank goodness. Thank goodness we're back. Um, what have we been up to, Angie, before we get into the show?
Well, we have been busy with work, with planning some things. Be on the lookout. Angie and Renee are planning some things. For
Yes.
real, for real. So we hope that we will see you in the place, in the space, and just be on the lookout for the great things that are to come. So yes, we are truly, truly excited about that. Um, just been working on some projects, working on ourselves. That's it.
Well. Okay. All right. So, as you said, this is our thumbs up, thumbs down segment. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
All right.
All
Let's
right, you
go.
ready?
I'm ready.
All right, then let's go. Let's see. Yeah.
Hey, that's us.
Who that be? Who that be? Who that be? Who that be? Let me stop. Okay, yes, we're acting a little cuckoo. We missed y'all, that's why.
Yes, we have. We have missed you all. We have.
All right. Well, y'all ready to rock and roll?
Let's go for it.
Blossom, you ready? Where's Tamiko?
I don't know where Tamiko's at.
Tamiko! Tracy!
I was going to say Tracy, Miss
No!
Bernice.
Miss
I
Bernice!
guess they figured y'all ain't been on in 2 weeks, so
Right. I know. I know. We had some things that we had to deal with.
we
Trust
did.
me, it was a hard decision not to go forth, but we
Yes.
want to always make sure that when we come on that we are giving you 110%. So
Yes, we
we
do.
just had to make the executive decision to come back when we would give you our all. So, ready?
Let's go for it.
Let's go, girl. All right. So,
This one right here. This one right here. So this was a school worker, and she was accused of stealing. Y'all ready for this? $1.5 million in chicken wings. How in the world is this possible? Where do you put $1.5 million worth of chicken wings unless you have a side business? Still, where?
well, chicken wings cost a half a meal. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Stuff is expensive these days. No, but I'm sure that, it was easy to do. She took a couple wings here, and I'm sure she probably has a side business. I don't know. I don't know this lady. I don't know the whole story. I do think that it was yeah, that it was not cool because I believe it was supposed to be for students. She was stealing it from school. She's a school
Yeah,
worker. And so she was stealing it from the babies who were supposed to be getting the chicken.
exactly.
I have an
Yeah,
issue with that. So she's taking, hey, Mother Fraley. So she is taking food out of our babies' mouths, and you taking tax dollars from the people who pay for that because that's where some of our tax dollars go. So it's a thumbs down for her because she sucks. And yeah, I said it. And if they prosecuted her, because it just said, oh, okay, purchase the food, prosecutor said, but the food was never. So they did prosecute her. So thumbs up for that because she should
yeah.
have been.
Yes, $1.5 million worth of chicken.
Well, I still feel like if it was $5 worth of chicken
Yeah,
and you're taking it from the kids, I
yeah.
have issue with that.
I do too.
So yeah, I just,
Sorry.
but that just goes to show that when you know, people get in these certain positions and then they take advantage of it, and then you wonder why things are so hard for other people that come behind them to get through the system. And this is why.
Yeah,
Keep your paws to yourself.
yeah.
All right. You ready to go to the next one?
I'm ready to go. Blossom Thick gave it a thumbs down too.
All right.
What was she cooking? Grilled fried or baked?
Listen, probably all of them. With that many,
Ooh, what was she doing with the chicken though?
yeah,
1.5 million pieces of dollars of chicken.
yeah.
I just don't know. Okay, so next, Missouri has now basically it's a felony if they find you sleeping on state-owned land. Under overpasses, under bridges, you're fined $750. You're in jail for 15 days, and this is a felony on your record. Um, and I'm just like, if you're homeless, how are you going to pay $750? And you're making this a felony. And what's going to happen when they get their stuff together?
It'll be very hard for them to get themselves together.
Yeah,
And I have, so it's two thumbs down for me.
yeah,
Because shame on you, Missouri, unless you are given, and I'm not even going to say unless. Well, if you're giving these unhoused somewhere to go, the resources that they need, shame on you
yeah,
for giving them you're giving them a bigger burden. And it's a vicious cycle of now they have a felony on their record. You're telling them they have to pay $750. Sir, ma'am, if I had $750, I would probably take that $750 and check myself into a hotel or something.
yeah,
So shame on them for not taking care of their citizens.
yeah. And it's a thumbs down for me too. I agree. I feel like if you have enough sense to sit down and say, we're going to pass this law, you should have enough sense to say, let's come up with a solution instead
Right.
of creating a bigger problem. So
Mm-hmm.
and then I guess if you haven't been in a situation and you're privileged, put them in jail, get them off the street. We don't want them on our property, and that's it. And I think that's the wrong mindset to have when you are in certain roles. And it goes back to what you always say, Angie. We have to watch who we put in these offices.
That's
Like,
right.
these are people that have been elected that have made the decision that if I catch you on state property and you're the one I'm supposed to be looking out for, I'm putting you in jail. I have a problem with that.
I have a really big problem with that. A really, really big problem with that. Because in that, but these are the people who are more than likely invested in these private institutions
Yeah.
that are jailing people, that are putting people in prisons and in jails and all of this. And we know how that goes.
Yeah.
The more inmates that you have, the more money that you get.
Yeah.
So you have these people in your pocket. saying, okay, well, let's pass this law. We're going to do this or do that. Shame on you.
I agree.
Shame on you. That's right. They are not fixing the root cause. But I mean, it's terrible when you have people who get into political seats and it's really all about self. You
Yeah.
know, it's about what can I get for
Yeah.
myself and my class of people when
Yep.
it's supposed to be for the people.
That's
That's
it.
why, listen, and don't just say, oh, I'm only voting Republican, I'm only voting Democrat. Look at the person who is getting in that seat. Do some background checks on them
Yeah.
and see exactly what are their thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, yes, people may have had a different view years and years and years and years ago. And now, as things, have progressed, their thoughts have progressed as well. But make sure that you're doing your research on these people and you're not just voting for the party. You're voting for the person.
Yeah. Check. Thumbs down.
Thumbs down. Okay, let's see what we have next. I have no clue.
Me either.
I'm scared. All right.
This one right here. Basically, they're trying to say that children between the age of 12 and 15 and they're obese, they should have weight loss surgery. They should use drugs because they want to get rid of the obesity in children.
Terrible. They need to, they're not, again, like LaShawna said earlier, you're not getting to the root cause of it.
Yeah.
What are we feeding these kids in schools? Are we making sure that at home that they can get the proper nutrition? The food costs $1,500 for some bread that's really healthy. You know what I'm saying? Be able to have it as to where people can really afford healthy food because that's where it starts. And yes, when you giving them better choices in school, um, making sure that you have a better uh, curriculum with the physical education at school, really teaching them from a young age
Mm-hmm.
about nutrition and exercise and really about taking care of yourself. So it starts at, yes, it does start at home, but we need to see what's going on and trying and going on. It's already terrible where you have people out here who are going and getting surgery, and there's so many after effects of having the surgery. Whether you're getting the weight loss surgery or you're getting the enhancement surgery, there's a, there's a lot of after effects that come with that. And now you want to do this to our babies? No, 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 no.
Yeah. Um, I just I feel like we're all made different. Um, Differently. We're all different, and some are made to be skinny. Some are made to be, you know, thicker than
Fluffy.
others. Um, and they're kids, and like you said, if they get it while they're young and they
Right,
don't know, that's going to be their go-to when they get older. I can just do this. I can just do that. Instead of,
right.
like you said, 12 and 13, let them go outside, let them play, get them in a sport, let's walk together, let's do certain things. I agree, but also I agree with the school lunch. I've
Hmm.
seen the school lunch and it's nasty. Montgomery County, um they have a plant where all the food is prepackaged, they send it to the school, it's pre-cooked, and the school heats it and give it to the kids. You give me a burger that's been cooked and you're bringing it, you're wrapping it in a tray, then you're giving it to me after you reheated it, and that's my lunch. I'm not gonna want that.
Yeah, they need to have better choices
Yeah, I
for
just yeah,
for school lunches and also in the vending machines, because a lot of times, yeah, once they get into middle school or high school, they're not going to eat lunch.
no,
They're going to go right to the vending machine.
yep,
What are they going to get? Do they have better choices?
yes,
Terrible, terrible. Hey,
but yes, I agree.
um, right. Oh, and then also Blossom Thick. She said, we have food deserts in urban areas, which is the reason behind it. That is so true.
Oh,
And
yes.
you could, because depending on what neighborhood you're going into, the grocery stores
Yes.
are horrible. They don't have fresh produce. They don't have the things that you can get in other communities, and it's terrible. It's only now that you're even bringing, I think, what, Whole Foods to DC, and we know why, gentrification. So,
And you're talking about the food in certain areas. I highly agree with that. Um, I lived in an area, and when I lived in an area, I bought apples, and these were like the pre-sliced apples with the caramel. And when I got them home, I opened, they were real slimy, the whole pack. And when I took them back to the store, the manager was like, "Oh, we need to pull all these. People don't buy them." And I'm like, "But there's no choice." And when I
right.
looked at the meat, I'm just like, it was just like, I said, I can't eat this. So I literally had to drive about 15, 20 minutes away from my home to an unurban neighborhood during that time. And I
Mhm.
couldn't believe the meat selections, the vegetables, everything just looked so fresh. And I
Yep.
mean, the steak, I'm like, the guy was like, "Oh, do you want me to put some fresh ones out?" I said, I got to drive 15 minutes away from my house to get, a decent selection.
And imagine the people who have to either drive further than that
Yeah.
or don't have transportation to be able to
Yes.
do that.
Yeah.
We got to do better. And that again goes back to, who are you putting in these seats to make these choices?
I
And we
agree.
have to stop just accepting the leftovers and just stop accepting whatever it is that you're going to give me. No, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. You know, yeah, they push more fast food
Yeah,
in urban places. That is so true.
I agree.
That's true. You can go and you have McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, whatever else is there, Checkers, all in one row. You know what I'm saying? All there on each corner. So yeah, we just have to do better, and it starts at home, but it also goes to the schools, it goes to extended family, friends,
Agree.
and then we also have to be the example for our children.
Yeah.
But this is a thumbs down for me for using drugs and surgery for obesity in kids. So
Yeah. Me
I've
too.
seen where a lot of kids they've grown out of that as to where they are, they're little, yep, Roman noodles, indeed. But I will tell you, that used to be one of my favorite. Sometimes that's a guilty pleasure, but I don't buy them anymore.
No, the sodium is so high.
Yeah, yep,
Yeah, the sodium is so high. So yeah, this is definitely a thumbs down for me. For
yeah.
yeah, for the kids. Let them be kids.
Sucker MCs. Okay. And I'm mad because what is this? This is in addition to intensive diet, exercise, and other behavior and lifestyle. Director of the Center for Healthy Weight and Nutrition at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sets group guidance, sets ages at which kids and teens should be offered medical treatments. No. Mm-mm. No. Okay, let's move on. Let's go.
This one right here. This one right here, y'all. This man sues this woman for $2.2 million because she won't date him. She refused to date him. And he said that she damaged his reputation by rejecting him.
Dude, you've damaged it even more because now you're looking super pressed. Move on. She
Yeah.
should have sued. She should have sued him for wasting my time.
But you know that, and if you read a little further, it says she agreed to let's see, he's filed a second lawsuit asking for 16,000 in damages for breaching an agreement to improve their relationship after she had stopped attending counseling sessions.
They weren't even
They
married.
weren't even married. And he had them going through counseling sessions. And since she refused, he took her back to court. Something's wrong with this man.
Yeah, and something is wrong with her for even agreeing to go to counseling the first time.
And this right here, I was just like, I said, how do you sue somebody because they refused to date you? That's scary. And the fact that it even went this far, that scared me more.
Yeah. Okay. I'm over it. Yeah, the audacity. Exactly. Moving on.
This made national news, everybody. Um, Daycare workers were caught on camera in the school scaring the kids. And if you see this video online, these kids were crying, like they were screaming because the workers jumped out with these masks on. I don't even like to watch the preview for this movie on the TV. So I can only imagine being a little kid and you have four people coming at you. I'm sorry, five people coming at you, screaming with masks on, thinking it was funny.
How do you get into this environment? How do you get into this working in a daycare? You want to work around children and you think this is funny.
Mm-hmm.
This is not funny.
No.
What kind of what is wrong with you? listen, listen, Shauna, Tracy, right there with you, young. Like, we all gonna be up in court asking for bail.
I, I was like, I can only imagine watching a video, somebody scaring my grandson like this. I can only imagine. And these are people that you trusted to leave your kids in care with. And imagine the daycare centers where they don't have cameras and you have teachers doing this stuff. But the
Yeah,
fact that they knew it was cameras and they still did it and they thought it was okay, that's a problem.
yeah, but do you shut up, Angela? Yes,
That's a problem to me.
it's a big problem for me. And because yeah, I can't even imagine with the babies and to hear them screaming and being horrified like that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that would I haven't seen the video. I don't want to see the video
Mhm.
because I know I would cry. I know I would.
Mhm.
And yeah, they were able to get bond. They shouldn't get any bond
Yeah.
because this is going to scar these babies for life. I don't know exactly like how old they are. They have had to do this before. They probably did, and
Yeah,
they
they're
thought
young.
that it
They're in
was
their
funny.
20s. Yeah. Yeah. They're in
You
their
know,
20s.
where is you saying these kids, I mean, they're in their 20s.
The
I
teachers are
don't
all in their 20s. Mm-hmm.
so where's the adult? And not to say that, well, 20-year-olds, they just not teenagers anymore, just 5 seconds ago. But I don't care how old you are.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're old enough to work here, or even if you're not old enough to work here, you should know better than that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they shouldn't, to me, they shouldn't have gotten any bond. These kids, some of them is going to be traumatic for the rest of their lives. You
Yeah.
don't know what harm that you've caused them.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
this was at
no.
Little Blessings Child Care and Learning Center. Little Blessings. Little Blessings.
Yeah. It was a little bit. They ran out. They ran out of all the blessings. Wait, where is this again? Little bless. Oh,
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you see them arms? You see the arms? You see the
Uh-huh.
arms? Okay. Okay, next slide.
That's why you didn't see the faces.
Exactly.
This right here, I really want to hear people's feedback on this one. So the guy texted the girl and said, I'll read the text and say, honestly, I don't see a future with you. I don't want to waste your time and make you believe we're going to be something when we're not. And she said, this hurts, but it's better than being led on. So it's respectable.
So I don't know if I would go as far as respectable because we should have had this conversation face to face or at least talked it out.
Yeah.
I will say that I do think that at least he let her know
Mm-hmm.
up front and didn't lead her on. I do
Yeah.
agree with that because sometimes people will do that. They'll lead you on or they'll just ghost you or whatever it is. So they were honest and upfront. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't be mad at that.
No.
But I mean, I don't know how, but we still don't know how. We're only seeing it from her side. So I think a text is a little is insensitive. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I think a text is insensitive, but we don't really know the full nature of the relationship.
Yeah.
So it could have been that they wasn't real uh dating like for real for real. They might have went out on a couple of dates and it was like, yeah, you know. So they might not go together for real.
In today's society, it's like people communicate through text. But I
Right,
agree, that is a conversation you should have face to face. But maybe he
right,
wasn't comfortable saying it face to face.
right, right, right.
I'm gonna
So
be honest with you. She
right.
respond good. She don't good. But yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, and it may have been boundaries for him
yeah,
to say, you know what, let me get it out now. Because sometimes you'll second guess yourself and you're like, you can't unsend a text.
no.
I've tried. You
It's-
can't unsend it. I'd be like, I wrote that? Darn Siri.
I think I give it a thumbs up for me because he's honest. I give it a
Right.
thumbs up.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna give it in the middle because I think that
You and Tamika on the same page. She said
yeah,
nothing.
yeah. I want to know what made it hurt because it was a text or because he said it. Did
Mm,
she not see the signs or just wanted him to fake it? Great point.
well,
Great point. Yep.
okay.
Yeah, that's a
We
great
we
point.
on the same page. But I
Yeah.
guess I've been through so much relationships. I'm like, okay, that's why I'm like a text message. Okay, I'll take it. You being
Thanks.
honest.
Bye.
You being honest.
Bye. She should have sent back an emoji. Okay, let me keep going.
No, on to, I would have been like, all right, who's next? It's
Uh,
like, whoo, this one right here. So this teacher, in the area, she went viral because the people found out she was making tweets about their kids. And the first one says, when teachers tell kids they're going to end up in jail, that blank is true. All the bad blank kids I went to high school with ended up in jail. So when I look at my students who think it's cute to be being bad, I just wonder how long it's going to take for them to land in jail.
you shouldn't be a teacher
Yeah.
because teachers are supposed to, and I get it, teachers are human, and a lot of them are abused. I will say that because I don't work for the school, but I'm close, right? So sometimes teachers can be abused by the parents and the kids, okay? And they don't always have the support that they need. However, once you get to that point as to where you're feeling like this, and please excuse me for not um covering up all the words. I missed that one and I should have did a little better with those other ones. So my bad. Um but once you get to this point where you're this angry and feeling this way about the kids, you need to let it go because your energy is going to rub off on them and they already have it as to where and if these are black and brown boys and girls, then they already have it hard, especially our young black men. Our black and brown young men, they have it really hard because they're already stereotyped. And then here you are. You're supposed to be an educator. You're supposed to be somebody who's pouring life into them. You're supposed to be somebody who's pouring positivity into them and, really giving them that, regardless of it, because you should know being in that classroom, it's not just about teaching them how to read or write. You need to know that you need to get to the root of the problem. Why are they acting bad like that? Could it be that they're hungry? Could it be that they're homeless? I'm sorry, unhoused. Could it be that they're in an abusive home? You don't know. So boo on you, Harlem's mother.
Well, you would see the one under that. She said, Black women raising boys, please stop letting your sons pick up your female traits. I have the blank boys in my class. I know y'all have some men around somewhere. This blank is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, you're ridiculous. How about
Yeah.
that? You're
So
ridiculous.
they
Your
basically
mama.
removed her from the classroom, which is a good thing. But when you get to, and this is another thing, I feel like it comes with responsibility. When you have any title, any role, a job, profession, you have to use your platforms wisely.
Yes.
Because people use social media to vent. You can put scripture to it, you can put a quote to it, you can put whatever you want. But as you can see, it's going to come back and bite you, because just like she thought nobody knew who she was, they knew exactly who she was and reported it to her job.
Yeah. And why do you think that that's okay?
Yeah.
And not to say that that you shouldn't have feelings, because we all get to the point where like, oh, I'm so frustrated.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you have a safe place where you can go home, you can talk to your girlfriend, you just be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. They are getting on my nerves and blah, 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 blah. Or go see a therapist, because this right here, you need a therapist. And
He
you
needs a
need
new
to not be in
profession.
this. You need to not, yeah, I was going to say, you need to not be in this profession. You need to be somewhere by yourself. So, yeah, she sucks. Yep, use your platform wisely. Exactly. Because if you feeling that way, if you're feeling like these are the whatever, then maybe, so why don't you, instead of talking about it, why don't you be about it and start a group on how to help single mothers raise these boys? Why don't you send them some resources? Why don't you, while they're in your classroom, why don't you teach them something? You know what I'm saying? And what do you mean? What are female traits? Are you saying because they're expressing themselves? Are you saying because that they're expressing how they're feeling, and they're telling you that, where boys were the ones that you shouldn't cry, you shouldn't show emotion, you shouldn't do that, and that's why we have all these angry Black men today? Is that what it is? What are female traits to you?
Yeah.
She done made me mad. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I feel like you said, we have to use our platforms wisely. There are plenty of things that you may think, you may feel, but that doesn't mean you type it. Get a
No.
diary. And what she said right here about, ending up in jail because they bad. All kids, I'm not gonna say all kids. I know I was one of them bad kids. And if I know if a teacher would have told me that you're gonna end up in jail because you're bad, I honestly felt like I would have told her, like you said, you don't know what people are dealing with.
You
And
don't.
you being a teacher in that profession, you should have some type of training where you should recognize certain signs. And I'm
Yep.
not saying every child that's bad have things going on at home, but you being a teacher, you don't say, oh, they're gonna end up in jail. So, and it goes back to say too, we have to make sure we're listening to the kids when they're coming home and saying certain things.
That's
Some, oh,
right.
they just talking. No, listen to what they're saying.
That's
Find
right.
out for sure, like, what happened in school today? What did they say?
Right.
Just listen. Sometimes
Yeah.
kids exaggerate, but this right here,
Yeah.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. She
No.
went too far for me. So this
Yeah.
is a thumbs down for sure.
Girl, this is a thumbs down and a foot up.
Yeah,
Moving on.
this is thumbs down.
Yeah, it's a thumbs down for me, and a chop to the throat.
You said a chop to the throat.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. This right here, this was online. It's a young lady who, she basically posted the video, the picture. She was just like, I look so good, I had all this stuff done. And the thing that you see in her mouth, that's actually something she had implanted in her teeth. These are actual piercings that you see in her lip and under her lip too. And she said, so when I saw this, it's a thumbs down, first of all, because it's tattoos like literally over her face and like over all up here and everywhere.
Okay, so
Yeah. People do
okay.
stuff for attention, and we have to start dealing with a lot of internal stuff. Because if you have to go this far for attention, it's some things going on. Exactly.
Yes, I see paint.
Yeah.
Tracy, yes. I was
Yeah.
going to say this young lady has absolutely no self-esteem.
Yeah.
She has probably been, yeah, because there's no way that you can mutilate your face that much
Yeah.
and just think that it's okay. But okay, so when I saw this picture, I just, yeah, I feel really bad for her. But on another note, why did they even put the black stripe around it to keep? Are they hiding her identity?
I did that. I did that. I hid her identity, but she had tattoos over top of her eyelids.
Was it something profane?
It wasn't profane. I just felt like I don't know.
When
I did it because I was just like I didn't want I don't know. I feel sorry for her. I
but
do.
you can't hide, Renee. I'm sorry. That part was funny to me because I was like, why did they put this stripe over her face?
I did that.
Now
I
over
did
her
that.
eye. You don't need that because all the other stuff is
Yeah.
evidence. But anyway, okay,
Yeah.
she can have a job. She probably does have a job. It may not be um a 9 to 5, or it
I was
might be
gonna say
9
that.
at night to 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
she may
Yeah.
have a job. It's just not. We know it's not in the corporate world.
No. And
Might
she
be
had
in.
a lot of
Might
different
be
things done.
entertainment.
Yeah,
She
she had
had
a lot
what?
of stuff done to her body. I wish I should have put the whole picture. She
Yeah.
had a lot of stuff done.
See, and that goes back to the one that we were talking about with the surgery
Yeah.
and the giving them pills at an early age,
Yeah.
because we're talking, we get into this thing where if you don't have and it's not even really so much as big boobs anymore. Not everybody is tripping on boobs, but if you do, they need to be perky and high, and then you got to have these big old butts and hips, and it looks crazy. It looks like lamb, uh, the popsicle sticks, the lamb. It looks stupid to me. I'm sorry, when
Yeah.
your butt is way too big and your hips and then your legs is this skinny,
Yeah.
and it just, to me, just, you have to love who you are. Now, I am not gonna lie. I have considered getting some work done as far as like getting some of this fat removed around my belly. I have considered that,
Yeah.
you know. So I'm not going to say that every person that has some work done or has had, surgery. Sometimes it is for medical reasons. I
Yeah.
get that. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that when you take it way too far as to where people don't even recognize who you are,
Hmm.
or you are doing it, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna stop. It's a thumbs down for me.
It is a thumbs up, but that's what society is painting, though. A lot of people are using different things, material things, or having different things done to their body because they're trying to cover up a lot of insecurity that's going on internally. That's
Hmm.
why we have to deal with a lot of issues by ourselves and internally before we start looking for things on the outside. You can change your
Right,
body all day long. That's not going to change
right,
your mindset.
right.
So
Indeed.
yeah, so we have to learn to deal with our own self, our own mindset, what we have going on internally, and stop looking for things on the outside. It's just not going to work. You're not going to be happy.
Always think of it as, it's a I don't think they make Twinkies anymore, but
They do make Twinkies.
they do. So with the Twinkies, and for those of you who don't know what it is, it's this delicious, delicious thing that, yeah, that we shouldn't be eating. But
Yeah.
it's a nice cake on the outside, and it's yellow, and it's nice, and it's fluffy, and it's sweet. But when you open it up, it has cream filling.
Mhm.
And to me, when people had take away who they are, or they're trying to dress up on the outside and
Mm-hmm.
not fix what's on the inside. You open the Twinkie and the cream filling is molded. You know what I'm saying? Because you haven't worked on the inside. And
Yeah.
that's where it all starts. Because to me, that's where beauty radiates from,
Yeah.
and it really, really makes a real big difference.
It
Tracy
does.
said she could have been abused as a child, and tattoos of the face could be covering up. It indeed it is. And I,
Yeah.
I, I agree with that 100%.
I do too. And that's why we have a lot of things that we should deal with. And we can't look for things like this to cover it up.
Hmm.
Because when you do come back to your senses and you are healed, you've done so much damage.
Right.
And sometimes the damage that we do is not reversible.
Not at all.
Rather be our mouth or rather be something we've done to our body,
Hmm.
the damage is done.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm praying for this young lady that
Me too.
she find peace within herself,
Yeah.
and within, that she gets to know who she really is,
Mm-hmm.
and that she's able to heal.
Yep. I pray the
Yeah.
same thing. I agree.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got next. Did it move?
No, she's still there with the thing in her mouth.
Or she should be redirecting her pain, making it cute when it shows. I don't know. What she say? Or she could be redirecting her pain, making it cute when it shows that it's something deeper.
Deeper. Yeah.
Indeed.
I
Yeah, it's
agree.
something deeper.
This right here, the person went to Starbucks and when they checked, they had went to the store to purchase something with their wife. And when they found out they was supposed to go on a trip, they were charged a $4,000 fee as the person's tip at Starbucks. So they had to cancel their trip. The card was declined when they went to make a purchase. $4,000 tip at Starbucks.
So first of all, whose finger got stuck on the zeros? That's number one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
And then your credit card company, that should have been a flag for them. Who
Yeah.
the heck is going? Have I tipped anybody $4,000 before? Have I tipped anybody $40 before? I mean, not saying me, because if they do a great job, then
Yeah, they
that's
deserve, but not no
reasonable.
$4,000 at Starbucks. I
Yeah,
mean,
but never for $4,000.
if you have it, and even if you have it, if that's you feel that way, great. That must have been some wonderful coffee.
Because let's see, the bill itself was what, $7?
$7.
Oh, $10.
Yeah.
$10. It was. Yeah, it should have been a red flag with the exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I said. Because they'll stop my card in a minute if I am out of state.
Yes.
And I might be able to look, I might be able to swipe it once, but that second time they'll be like, ma'am,
I'm getting a text message.
I'm
Is
getting a
this
text
you?
or a call. And they be like,
Yeah.
is
Is
that
this
you?
you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I don't know what bank he bank with, but boo boo, you might need to change because that should have been a red flag for them for $4,000.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's unusual behavior. Maybe, I don't know. But I guess it is unusual behavior because they weren't able to go to Thailand. It was declined. So that's a thumbs down for me. And whoever was the person that rang it up, Starbucks, you're responsible. The bank, you're responsible.
Yeah.
Everybody is responsible.
$4,000 tip. Yeah. That's a thumbs down. And I love Starbucks.
But I want to know, I would like to know if they were refunded the money. That's what I want to know.
Oh, the tip, the $4,000 tip?
Yeah.
I'm sure they were. But I would have wanted the money back from my trip too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You would have gave me my money back for my trip.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that trip to Thailand was way more than $4,000.
Yeah. So I would have wanted everything back. $4,000 and the money for the trip.
Yeah. And I'm sure that it took a lot of you got to be on the phone, you got to explain to this person, you got to talk to the supervisor and the supervisor, and all the people that you have to talk to. to be able to get your money back. Because
Yeah,
the first person is going to tell you, ma'am, there's nothing I can do. Yes, it is. Or maybe it's nothing you could do. Let me talk to the person who can do something.
exactly.
Because it's always something that somebody in that place can do. Don't tell me that. You
Yeah.
know, that drives me bonkers. Don't ever tell me there's nothing I can do. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You lying. Okay, so that is it
That's
for
it.
our thumbs up, thumbs down segment. Um, I think that we had some really good things. Miss Renee, I appreciate you for all that you do. You get some good ones that have us wondering what in the world is going on out here in this world. I'm telling you. Yeah,
Oh,
so you picked some really good ones. Some really
thank
good
you,
food for
man.
thought.
Thank you.
Yes. So
Well,
yeah.
do we have an Angie moment?
Um, do we have an Angie moment? Yes. Angie moment. Are you sure it's Angie moment? It's not a inspiring moment. Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Again, thank you, Lashana. You said you like our hair. I need to wash my hair. Anyway, thank you.
It doesn't
Thank
matter. It's
you,
up to
Nikki.
you.
Go. I don't have anything. I was gonna say stop stealing chicken.
I can't with you.
You go.
I
Inspire the people.
I do have an inspiring moment. Um, we had an event a couple weeks ago, and it was a large event. And a vendor, a guy, walked up. He walked up beside me and started talking. And he started to tell me, how much his business is bringing in. That he has $100,000 worth of food trucks and all these different trucks, and he said it took him 20 years to get to where he is, all this marketing experience. And for me, I looked and I started to feel small for a moment
Hmm.
because he started to talk about the different things he's accomplished and what he has and all these great things. And I stood there and he said, it took me 20 years to get here. You see how successful I am that I'm at this event? And for a minute, I did like this and I was like, wow, like 20 years? Like, what? And my sister said something to me. And the next day I woke up and God started to deal with me. And he said, he wanted me to look at things. He said, it took him 20 years to get to where he is, but you was right there beside him.
Come on, girl.
And and when I
Come
heard
on.
that, I realized so much. Don't look at what other people have. Look at where God has positioned and placed you. He's saying
Mm.
it took him 20 years to get to where he is, and it took him 20 years to get marketing and all these different things. And when I went and looked and I checked out the social media, I said, you saying it took you 20 years to get to where you are. I have no marketing experience. I have God. And God in
Amen.
God's favor has placed our business to where he said it took him 20 years to get. He's saying he got all this marketing experience. God has blessed us to be on television stations,
Yes.
magazines, and all these great things. So don't let anybody intimidate you by what they have, the experience, school, education, all this stuff. It does not matter. God's favor will take you places where people say, oh, it took me 20 years. And I looked and I was like, oh, God, you positioned us to do all this in 4 years.
Come
And we
on.
don't have any experience, none of this backing us. And you know what else got me? He did all that bragging. And the lady who hosted the event, she said, I want to thank you. I know it was short notice. I had just looked up and found you. So I brought you in on 2 days short notice. And I said, wow, you did all this bragging. But she said she found you in 2 days short notice. God will position you in places that will blow your mind and exceed everybody's expectation around you. So don't let
Come
anybody
on.
make you feel small because the favor of God will take you where it took people 20 years. God will position you right there. All you got to do is just stand there and wait.
Come. Girl. 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 That thing hit me deep.
Yes.
That thing hit me deep.
Yeah.
When you said You said it took you 20 years and
Yes.
all this other stuff to get here, and I'm
Yeah.
standing here right beside you.
Yes.
Look at God, the
Yeah.
favor of God. He
Yes.
is your marketer.
Yes.
He markets for you.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
girl, that was good.
Yes. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Amen. Come on.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
you was gonna let me talk about not stealing chicken wings? Shame on you. Shame on you. You need to get that out.
Oh my gosh.
Come on
Yes.
now. We
Yeah.
all needed that. We
Yeah.
needed that. Thank you for that.
Oh,
No,
you're welcome.
seriously, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Because we will play ourselves small. Praise God. Thank you for
Yes.
that. That was good.
Yes, we will. We will. And like I said, for a moment I did. I was like, wow, God, like he pulled up with this nice truck, van, all this great stuff. And I'm like, wow. But God was like, nah, I positioned you. You can
That's
hang
right.
with the best of them. I positioned you. And
And you,
last thing too, you know what else? The
what?
people that was with this person actually came over and got our food and was like, can I get some more of that potato salad? Who made the potato salad?
Okay, so wait a minute. First of all, for those of you who don't know, who might be watching this later and is wondering how they was talking about um she get on my nerves. And for those of you who are saying who is they is the infamous Robin and Renee Catering. And they do a bomb job. And I'm still waiting for my potato salad, Robin. And yeah. So they have a sauce, they do big events, small events. There's no event that's too big or too small. Give
Yes.
them a call. Oh, I
Yes.
just rhymed. I just rhymed. I just rhymed. There's
Yeah.
your marketing right there. So no, but look at God. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud
Yeah.
because even in the midst of COVID,
Yeah.
it may have slowed down, but it didn't stop.
No.
You all were probably doing a lot better than most. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. And we don't have a location by choice because it's a big responsibility
right.
and a lot of overhead. And you have to really make sure when you're going in business that this is something you want to do and can handle the responsibility. And that's your life, literally.
But see that also you have an advantage to that as well. As you were saying that you have an advantage to that because what if you have what if your location is in Montgomery County, but you get somebody in Charles County? You can
Yeah.
go and find a place in Charles County, a kitchen that you need there to be able to have your business and be closer to your client. So
Yeah.
you're able to really do that. What if somebody says come to New York? I mean, you
And
know, so you don't know. You don't know.
yes, and
You don't
we are
know.
licensed. We can go to any state in the United States. All you gotta do
Exactly.
is ask. We got the
Exactly.
license. We got the insurance. We can go.
Exactly. Have gas, will drive. How about that? So even if we go to Florida when we're supposed to be in Mississippi, it's okay.
Yeah. Woo.
Anyway, that was so good. I appreciate you, sister, for sharing that. That was very, very inspiring to me. Everybody is in the chat. They are absolutely loving it. Chicken Wing said, not today. Indeed. Yes. Yes, D'Amico, I needed to hear that message. Yes. Pop-up shop style. That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you for sharing that. That was very, very inspiring and a on-time word that is needed. Don't count yourself small.
Yes.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, party people, I think that's it.
Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. We'll be back next week.
Yes.
Next week is
I don't know.
I think next week we have a guest.
Oh, yes. Because
Yes.
next week is what, the 15th?
Yes.
Can y'all believe that it's the middle of the month again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So
March the 15th. Yes, I'm excited.
yes, tune in next week.
Yay.
Because this is National Kidney Month, if anyone doesn't know. So we have a special guest coming on next week who's going to help educate us. We just lead into what we was talking about with eating healthy and stuff. So
Mhm.
you definitely want to tune in next week as we talk about our National Kidney Month and everything.
Yes. And don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yes.
Yes. Let's blow it up. Be on here. Be here or be square. It's be there or be square. But be
Be there,
here.
be square. Yeah.
Yeah, be here or just be here. Love y'all.
See ya next week.
Yes.